Ban.
Alright, welcome everyone to NizCast. I'm once again Niz. Joining me with the co-cast is going to be Indy Bear tonight. Indy, you there?
Hey, what's up, dude?
There we go. So we're going to be casting SCS tonight, or the Semi-Pro Cup Series. It's been it feels like it's been a while since I casted this, but it's actually just been... We just kind of skipped last week because we were casting the ESL New York.
Pick.
ESL 1 New York NA Open Qualifiers. There we go. It's always a mouthful to say that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So we actually missed what happened last week, but we're gonna see what the teams have in store for us this week. One of the teams that we're gonna be casting is the Next Level Badasses. They were actually in the NA Open Qualifiers for ESL 1, and they were on a decent run. They got to I believe it was round 3, and then they ran into Dark Horse, which turned out to be the new Cloud9 roster. So the team with Brax, Ritsu, MSS, SVG, and 1437. So yeah, they got a kind of a tough road there, but they ran into them, and unfortunately they lost to Cloud9, which eventually became earned one of the spots into the main NA qualifiers. But that's a different tournament. We're casting SCS here. We're in round 4, I believe it is. We're the quarterfinals, and we've got 6 rounds tonight. So we've got 3 games on the block. But I don't know too much about Fallen. Indy, do you know any of these guys?
No. I think maybe some of their names seem familiar, but not anything I can particularly pick out there.
Yeah, same for me. We've definitely casted Next Level Badasses before, so I recognize a bunch of their names. And I guess they were a part of some of the trash talk going on in the IRC leading into some of these games, but we have some potentially good games to follow this one as we get a little bit deeper into the tournaments, because these teams have run into each other quite a bit. But Fallen, they were kind of stepping away, not really saying anything. So holy crap, we've got the draft really moving along. We've got Shadow Fiend and Lesh banned out first. Earthshaker and Tusk banned out. Nothing too surprising there. It did leave way for Lina and Gyro to make it through. Next Level Badasses picked up both of those. Bounty and Wyvern getting picked up by Fallen. Nothing too surprising there. We see, sometimes Bounty getting banned out in the first 4. But Winter Wyvern typically snakes through, but then gets banned in the next set of bans.
10 seconds
but
remaining.
They decided to pick him up before they got there. Then Darkseer and Techies getting banned out by Next Level Badasses. And Storm and Clockwork banned out by Fallen. The picks Dazzle and Naga for Next Level Badasses, and Juggernaut for Fallen. I feel like that Techies ban, I don't know, it's a little weird considering Bounty Hunter and Wyvern was already picked by Fallen. Is that just... Can you think of any other special reason for that, Indy, or...?
It's just like a hero they want to avoid playing, and I don't know, maybe they think Fallen can find a way to make it work, so...
I guess in that situation you'd be running the Bounty as an offlaner, or even potentially the Techies as the offlaner instead. Because we presume the Bounty and the Wyvern are the support duo.
Right, Bounty could like move around and Techies could be just chilling, pushing top and stuff, but good thing the players don't have to deal with it and we don't have to deal with watching it.
Yeah. It's never fun being the cameraman trying to catch all the kills that Techies is getting. It's hard enough tracking where all 10 heroes are going and where the action's going to be, let alone where all the mines are and who's going to walk into them. But looks like it's going to be safe lane Juggernaut for Fallen. Magnus, presumably going to be the mid hero, but he could be the off lane. I'm not sure if I like an off lane Mag going up against Naga, support Naga. Because I don't believe he can skewer out of net, right?
No, yeah, he definitely can.
He can?
I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. It's usually blink abilities that stop.
Yeah, you're right.
On net, like actually,
you can typically force staff out of it and stuff, or not out of it, but force staff while affected by it. Ember and Undying are the bands. Queen of Pain, final pick. So, what are we looking at here? We've got Gyrocopter farming the safe lane.
It's probably Lina mid and Quap in the off lane.
Yeah.
Unless they run some sort of aggressive lane. but I wouldn't. Maybe they do that. Not sure.
There is the
Most
potential
likely,
of
yeah.
swapping some of those roles around too, right? Like, I guess you could potentially run a Lina as a support, or switch Naga to carry, or one of the core roles, or it's kind of weird.
5 seconds remaining.
But like Naga's effectiveness as a support, I think, is quite high. Like with the song and stuff, and then Lina as a core will be able to do a lot. Especially like he would have a good matchup mid against Magnus. Like if Mag is the mid,
yeah,
can pretty much farm that lane safely.
And Naga Song's going to be especially valuable against the RP initiation coming out from the Magnus as well.
Exactly, and the Wyvern also.
Yeah, and with the Naga being a support, she's able to stand really far back too to make sure that she doesn't get caught by those RPs. Or at least that's the theory. That's how it works on paper. We'll see if that's how it plays out in actuality. Templar Assassin's going to be the final hero for Fallen, so that's going to be their mid laner. So it looks like it is going to be a Magnus in the off lane, Juggernaut safe lane, support duo of Bounty Hunter and Winter Wyvern, Lina, Gyro safe lane with Dazzle and Naga Siren supporting, and then Lina mid, Queen of Pain off lane. And I feel pretty confident with those lanes. I don't think we got them wrong that time.
Maybe they can do some weird things, putting Quap mid and having an aggressive lane somewhere.
Oh, that's
because
potential.
Once you go aggressive, yeah, I mean it makes Bounty Hunter's opening go down. Like if you just have an aggressive tri lane, he can't go. It's hard for him to like pick off supports and just move around the map like that.
Yeah, well, let's introduce the teams and the players here. I'll start with the Radiant side. We've got Fallen, and playing their Juggernaut is going to be Zoro, and then a bunch of stuff after the name Zoro. We're just going to call him Zoro. Then we've got Hi, that's a nice and easy one, playing the Winter Wyvern. We've got Doomka playing the Templar Assassin. Indio is going to be on the Magnus, and Dragon Kick is going to be playing the Bounty Hunter.
Alright, and we got next level badasses. They're so great. We'll start off with Noble Wings, their star player, best Morphling in the world, on the Quap. Gyrocopter is going to be handled by Goodnight. Lina, played by the epic Last Wolf. He's a really great Lina player there. Cheesehead's going to be maneuvering around the support Naga. And last but not least, Lonely Boy, who is going to be taking over the Dazzle.
And it's worth noting that both teams are actually starting with a set of sentries, so they're looking to do a little bit of counter warding, and only just one observer ward getting placed so far.
The sentries are more for controlling the mid lane. Like Bounty is gonna have them preemptively, so he can move around. And
looks like we might have first blood in the bottom as Last Wolf is gonna go down on the Lina. They were going aggressively for that bottom bounty rune, but they were only showing up with 2, and they went up against 3. And part of that was Dragon Kick started with an Orb of Venom, so we got the additional slow. So Lina had no chance of getting out there, and with the spin from Juggernaut, it was a quick and easy kill. And I believe it was Juggernaut that got the first blood. No, was it Dragon Kick? Yeah, it was Dragon Kick on the Bounty Hunter. So first blood going the way of Fallen.
Yeah, they did go with something weird though. Like they had this dual offlane Naga Lina, and they chose to put the Quap mid.
Yeah, so let's actually run down the lanes quickly. They are slightly different than we were anticipating. It is the Naga Lina off lane going up against the defensive tri-lane of the Juggernaut, the Bounty Hunter, which will be moving around, and the Winter Wyvern. Mid lane, as expected, Templar Assassin for the Radiant side, but we'll be going up against the Queen of Pain, because of course Lina went to that dual off lane rather than just Queen soloing the off lane. And the top lane is going to be the Magnus going up against a dual lane of Dazzle and Gyrocopter. The Mag just missing a skewer back to the tower on Lonely Boy there. And we got more action in the bottom, Sentry getting dropped. As Last Wolf looks like he's going to go down again to the spin from the Juggernaut.
Accept your death.
And we had a little stat popping up there. I didn't mention that actually we've got Goofy doing the stats for us tonight. So we'll see how he does on the stats, but so far so good, Goofy.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that I like their idea of running the dual offlane here with the Naga Lina, but with them dying, it's not going to help out at all.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
the
under attack.
Juggernaut spin's doing well for them.
I think it's good on one hand because it really ties down the bounty hunter. It makes it so he can't move around as much as he'd like to. But at the same time, they got that first blood, now they just got another kill, and it's almost like they've just lost the lane. They can't even fight toe-to-toe 2v2, so the bounty's going to be free to move around.
Oh yeah, another thing, I don't know if you saw or not, but the Ancients are actually blocked against the Templar Assassin.
Skewer back in the top lane as Indio was waiting for this, and he actually got a solo kill on the Dazzle. He was getting harassed back, and as soon as he walked up onto the high ground, he just waited. Of course, the Dazzle had no vision as he walked up onto that high ground. As soon as he did, Skewer back to the tower. Creep Wave was there as well, and the last tower hit him, despite the fact that he tried to use a healing salve to keep himself up. But nice play there coming out from the Magnus.
Yeah, it's always infuriating when the support dies to the offlane. Like, I've seen that happen a couple times.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at the mid lane, which it seems to be drawing even. 12-2 CS for the Queen of Pain versus just the 11-5 for the Templar Assassin. So a little bit more denies going the way of the TA, but just one extra last hit going the way of the Queen of Pain. And it looks like they're going to try to help Doomka win this lane a little bit harder, as Dragon Kick's going to come in and harass. And this is what I was talking about the bounty hunter. They're trying to tie him up in the bottom lane, but with the fact that they lost Lina twice in the bottom lane, that means they can just move her away. And there was actually a kill in the top lane as they managed to get the kill on the Magnus. And unfortunately I missed that one. Did you by chance see that, or? Yeah.
Denied.
Yeah, he managed to get his skewer off, but doesn't seem like the range is enough. He just gets chased down.
Got a net in the bottom onto high. Who's going to drop kind of low, but Last Wolf is the one who's got to be careful, and he's going to go down to Zoro, who's just right-clicking away with the Samurai Sword on the Juggernaut. And now Cheesehead will just kind of back away, but that healing ward's going to heal them both back up, which means that they'll be ready to go again, despite the fact that Jug doesn't quite have enough mana to spin, but they should be fine once Lina gets back to lane, as she's TPing back in right now. And the Naga's going to go for the bottom rune, which is going to be haste. Probably just going to let the Queen of Pain come and pick it up instead.
Oh. Apparently not.
Wow, the Quap was actually rotating down too, so interesting.
Maybe they feared the bounty hunter might be on it.
Zoro's actually going to be in trouble here as he's going to spin, and of course, oh, there's no mana for an ensnare on the Naga, but it's not going to matter. Of course, you can ensnare through the spin to stop the Juggernaut from spinning away, or stop him from moving at least. But nice kill there. So they got some value out of taking that haste rune from their mid hero.
Yeah, it ended up working out. It's great for them.
We're seeing a battle of sentry wards in the mid lane as Noble Wings is getting quite low, but both heroes backing away, choosing not to throw the last right click necessary to kill the opposite mid laner. But Noble Wings had already dropped one sentry. Then I believe it was the bounty hunter. Yeah, it was Dragon Kick who came in and dropped a sentry ward to counter it. Now we're seeing Noble Wings dropped another one, but it's just outside the range, so neither sentries see each other. That's a bit unfortunate, I guess, for the bounty hunter. But he does know that there is a sentry down there because he was attacked while under its revelation. So we've lost the Lina a few times in the bottom lane, and actually we've got action in the mid. As Doomka and Noble Wings both getting low, and now Doomka with no HP turns around, tries to get a little bit more damage into Cheesehead, but he realized he was going to take out from the Shadow Strike. Dragon Kick's going to try to finish this kill off, but he's not able to as the dust comes out from the Naga, just slowing him down. And now Noble Wings picks up that DD in the top, and he's going to blink on in. But Dragon Kick is still... well, he did get back to the safety of his tower, and with the Dust of Appearance wearing off, he's going to be okay. They won't have any way to see him. I was just about to point out the fact that we did lose the Lina a few times in the bottom lane, but they seem to have slowed the Juggernaut's farm. He's only at 22 CS right now. When you compare that to the Gyro, who's got 20 more, he's sitting at 42. That's they definitely did slow the Jug.
Yeah, it did a pretty good job in the off lane, kind of stunting his farm, but I think he's going to be able to farm freely now, and he did get a couple kills. so it does kind of help him in that regard as well.
Yeah, and actually, surprisingly, that the Lina's actually up to 18 CS as well, so I didn't really expect them to get that much CS in this lane, but given with the deaths that they've had, but they seem to be doing okay. Definitely recovering from those few mistakes. And now Doomka was sitting in Meld, and he's going to get dusted out as Cheesehead's going to come back in. He's already used Ensnare, and they're just not going to be able to bring him down. His Refraction pretty much blocked all the damage coming in. Now Indio making his rotation up from the top lane. He's going to body block Cheesehead as best as he can, but Cheesehead will be able to kind of slither his way away, but never mind. They're going to be able to finish him off, and there comes the Sonic Wave coming out from Noble Wings as he manages to finish off Indio. Now Lonely Boy's the one getting pressured as he has forced to grave himself, and that means they just switch to Noble Wings, finish him off, and then switch back and kill Lonely Boy. So nice target switching there coming up from Fallen, putting the pressure in the right spots, forcing the Dazzle to grave himself, and then just cleaning up both kills as a result.
Yeah, their movements early game are paying off. Dragon Kick's been in a good spot majority of the game. He's getting a lot of work done with his bounty.
Yeah, I don't really recall where the creep wave was in the top lane, but they do have an observer ward up here on the Dire side. But I don't think they were anticipating the mag making that rotation down, and it definitely worked out wonders for Fallen there. We got an invis here on Last Wolf.
And Cheesehead drops another ward on the Ancients.
Yeah, they know the TA wants to get these Ancients, and well,
Leave me
they may not have blocked one of the respawns of those Ancients, but managed to bring the TA down instead. And maybe a little bit of a mistake here. They actually placed another observer ward, so there's 2 observer wards there.
Yeah, Noble Wings, I guess they passed him a ward and he got a little bit excited with it. It's alright though. Double the vision, right?
Yeah, they probably passed him it and communicated that they wanted him to ward it because he's got Blink to do it safely. But then Cheesehead was just able to walk in and ward it himself. So maybe Noble Wings just didn't notice that because I think his went down afterwards. But
Radiant's top tower is
yeah,
under
even with
attack.
Fallen losing their mid hero there, they got some good pressure in on the bottom tier 1 tower, and as the courier was flying in, it gets picked off by Noble Wings as he was just making a rotation down through the Radiant jungle towards bottom to put some pressure down there with the Lina, and suddenly a courier. So
yeah, courier dropping and
also with the way that the game's gone so far, we've seen some good rotations coming out from Fallen. Where do you think we stand right now in the game? We've got some good farm on the gyro, but
Radiant's middle tower
look at the
is
scoreboard.
under attack.
Actually, it's pretty even 7-6. But I feel like it's been a little bit more Fallen favored than that. How do you feel about that, Indy?
yeah, it seems like Fallen's in control of the game, bro.
As Dazzle's going to go down. It looks like it's going to be a trade for the mag, but we do have the Winter's Curse on the Noble Wings, but I don't think we're going to get another kill. As Dragon Kick has the potential opening on Noble Wings, he did get dusted out, and he will get the kill with the Shuriken Toss. And that's going to be the end of that. I'm sorry, Indy. Back to you. I chose a bad time to ask the question there, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But Fallen seems like they're in pretty good control of the game, but I mean, as long as the cores on next level are farming well, I mean, this game's still pretty close. Track Gold's might shift the game in their favor, so if they start getting a bunch of kills now with Track online, it might get out of hand.
Radiant's bottom
yeah,
tower
and the
is
cores
under
certainly
attack.
are doing well. Both major cores on the side of Next Level Badasses are ahead of their Radiant counterpart. We got the Gyro at 5,400 net worth, and ooh, Laguna almost finishing off Zoro. The right click was coming through, but he just sticks through it, and oh, they managed to turn around, get a kill on the Lina, but Noble Wings blinks in, Sonic Wave double kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So some good play there coming out from Zoro to just barely stay alive on the Jug, long enough to get the kill on the Lina, but Noble Wings was there to clean up any more nonsense potentially coming out. While that was going on, Goodnight, who was aggressively farming in the off lane, pretty far up, he gets punished for it, as Fallen realizes that they lost some heroes in the top, And when that happens, when the other team devotes so many heroes to one kind of rotation, that means you've got an opening somewhere else, and they sensed that and jumped on the gyro in the bottom lane.
Yeah, that was a good job by them realizing exactly how you said that bottom would be a free kill since they devoted all those heroes top.
Well, they did just get the top tier 1 tower, and Zoro actually TP'd in, and Noble Wings blinked away. He will be able to get this bounty rune and start bottling up, and his blink's going to be back up, so they're not going to be able to catch him in time. But they are still in pursuit. Noble Wings actually stopping to farm in the mid lane, but Zoro's not going to just run in an Omni. In fact, he's still on cooldown for 60 seconds. Now Cheesehead coming in, gets the ensnare off on the Jug, but with Doomka coming in from the river, they're going to just back away. Actually take a quick look at our gold graph. I don't think we're going to have action here in the mid lane, although Noble Wings and Doomka once again playing with each other. But gold graph is slightly in favor of next level badasses, about 1200 gold in their favor. As for XP, it's about, I'd say about 800, 900 XP in favor of next level badasses, so still very, very close game. And certainly the score represents that. 11-9, not that big of a difference, but you have to keep in mind that there's a bounty hunter on the side of the Radiant, and if these trades keep going evenly, then the gold's going to start swinging a little bit more the way of Fallen.
Yeah, definitely.
Those tracks going out right now. Well, we're going to see our first song of the game as Cheesehead lets it fly. They're completely surrounded on Zoro, but he's just going to spin and then pop his phase boots and try to reposition himself. And now, oh my goodness, next level badasses, they're the ones in trouble, and never mind, it's going to get completely turned around. I thought the RP was good, and it was, but well, next level badasses had different plans. Noble Wings just blows everyone up with the Sonic Wave, and now they're going to try to chase down Doomka. Dragon Kick's also there doing a little bit of harassing, but these are the only 2 heroes left for Fallen, whereas next level badasses has these 3 heroes. And I don't think they're actually going to be able to find a kill, as Doomka was sitting in meld, but just showed himself again. And a little bit of chicken mouse here. Cat and mouse, chicken mouse. What am I saying? As Doomka's getting stunned up by the LSA, but will be able to get back to, well, I guess not to the safety of a tier 1 tower. Of course, that one was destroyed. But,
classic chicken and mouse.
Pick off here? Thanks,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You never heard the story of the chicken and the mouse?
No, I don't think so.
I thought that was
middle tower is under attack.
I don't know if like the fight recap's not available, but I don't know after the track gold if that ended up becoming even or not. Even though I think it was like 3 for 2 or
yeah, it was
something
3
like
for
that
2.
in the end. But what's interesting to note is Bounty's actually picking up his mech now, so at a pretty reasonable timing. Just at 15 minutes, and the Dire mech isn't going to come for another couple minutes. So if they get another fight here, they might come out ahead just because of the mech.
Yeah, another thing worth noting about that last fight is it was 3 for 2, but the 2 heroes that did die on the Dire side were cores, and we of course lost 2 cores on the Radiant side as well, so it's a lot more even. It's not like one of those heroes or even both those heroes that they got kills on were supports, so it's even more even than just a standard kind of 3v2 that you would, or 3 for 2 that you'd expect. And of course, with a track kill here or there, it would probably come out to almost even. Of course, XP's valuable too early on, and track doesn't help with that either. Interesting. So we've got the Orchid picked up by Noble Wings, but Doomka's actually going straight for the Desolator. He's gone Treads, Bottle, Magic Wand, and then Desolators. He's got 2 Mithril Hammers.
He's gonna actually have it, like, yeah, he's got it now. So he has like the Magnus and Wyvern to kind of keep the heroes still, so I guess maybe that's his reason.
Oh wow.
I'm not going to blink, but
I actually got the kill on the TA there. I looked away because I didn't think it was potentially going to happen, but I guess Meld just was down, or oh, he actually probably blinked in and got the Orchid off before the Meld, yeah.
Yeah, and then just he right-clicked him down, I guess, but it's not very good for the TA.
Got a Mask of Madness getting picked up by Zoro here. Call down in the mid lane, but I don't think we're going to see any action going down there. Noble Wings once again finds the courier as it was making its way down mid lane to these heroes at the tier 1. So second courier snipe. Now,
I mean, Radiant doesn't have much to keep the Quap down. I mean, outside of the Wyvern note, like, unless he gets RP'd, he's going to be jumping around these fights, pretty much doing whatever he wants. And he can Orchid the Wyvern, and you know, he has a lot of space in these fights.
oh, it was within deny range for so long, and maybe they were baiting Noble Wings in, who did bite. He jumped in and got the tower, but then just got Omni Slashed and finished off.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of a trade there. We do see actually a huge gold swing going the way of Fallen as a result of getting the killing spree off of the... Was it a killing spree? It was... I don't remember exactly how many it was, but it was definitely a lot of gold. Unstoppable, yeah. Zoro getting Lagoona'd, and he will go down from a right click from Lina to finish it off. There comes the RP coming out from Indio, but once again, like I mentioned in the draft, there's the sleep from Cheesehead to reset the fight, and now Indio is actually on the run. Sonic Wave coming in, bursting high down, and he'll go down. But now they're going to try to turn around, go back on Good Night. He will get graved. Indio's still in pursuit. He's got Lonely Boy there to kind of try to stop him from getting the kill on the gyro, but Mag will go down, doesn't find that kill that he was desperately searching for. Meanwhile, Noble Wings got a kill onto Dragon Kick, and Doomco was potentially getting, trying to get a kill there, but the blink was back up in time.
Yeah, that was so close on the gyro, and really well played by Cheesehead. Like, as you said, saving the song for those RPs. No matter how good it is, if it doesn't have the Naga in it, it's gonna be pointless.
Yeah, and like you said, they're light on Radiant is light on disables, abilities to lock down the Queen of Pain, and you can always, if you're not gonna get the Naga in that big RP, as Zoro's getting blown up by Noble Wings with the double damage. If you're not able to get the Naga in the RP, then you can always have someone else kind of assigned to try and disable the Naga at the same time. It takes a lot more coordination, but it is potentially possible. But they're so light on CC that it's not even going to be possible. And even if they did have CC that was going to really be able to lock down the Naga, it probably wouldn't be worth it, because you're going to need some way to deal with the Queen of Pain in the fight, and you can't have your CCs on cooldown.
Yeah, looks like Noble Wings gonna try for bottom here again. He's making so much work with the Orchid, solo killing like so many heroes.
He's definitely starting to snowball really hard this game, and while he was doing that, he's creating so much space for his team, which is actually in Roche Pit right now, and it's down to about half HP. Imagine this is.
And they actually know what's happening. There's a TA trap, and they're smoked up trying to get there. I don't think they're gonna make it in time.
They may not be able to get there in time to stop them from roaching, but they might be able to engage on them as they back away, but choosing not to do so. The gyro will get away with the Aegis.
Yeah. Just that would have been their chance to try to get like a top tower with the Deso, or just get some farm on the map instead of clumping up and pretty much accomplishing nothing and wasting 100 gold on the smoke too.
Yeah, had they been there maybe 3 to 5 seconds earlier though, that could have been a gigantic Winter's Curse for them. And it could have been a huge swing their way. But, I mean, it's one of those risks that maybe you take. I think definitely the safer play is just to go top and take that tier 1 tower down, like you said. But maybe that's kind of what they were thinking, or maybe they just didn't think that they were in position to do that tier 1 push. Sentry already down, looking for the bounty. He's actually not even in his right now.
Dazzle's build's kind of interesting. Oh.
Skewer back, but looks like we're just going to have a fight reset as both teams back away and look to re-engage as the next set of creep waves clash. But we do have call down on cooldown. That's definitely worth noting. That's one thing that's not going to be on the side of next level badasses. SNY actually flying in and delivering to the gyro in the middle of all this. We're going to have our Omni Slash start the fight off by killing off the Lina. Lonely Boy getting very, very low, but Jug just not able to finish him off. He did have Grave still, but choosing not to use it on himself, and you never want to use the Grave on yourself because your teammate's going to need it. Like the Gyrocopter here is now Goodnight's able to man up and run right at them. He does go down, but he does have that Aegis, and that allows them to secure the kill on the Templar Assassin. We'll keep going forward looking for the final kill on the Bounty Hunter, but Dragon Kick does manage to get a kill on the Noble Wings before going down, and that's a lot of gold going his way. 991 gold for killing that Queen of Pain.
That's good for him, but that gold would have been much nicer on almost any of the other heroes. At least he's down for a minute.
You know, it was a 5 for 3, but it was only an 1100 gold swing as a result of that big killing spree or kill streak going to the Bounty Hunter, but also from track kills. We're gonna have a song as they're gonna try to disengage on this tier 2, but actually they're just gonna re-engage. But maybe that might have been ill-advised, as Cheesehead looks like he's going to go down. I think Zoro's going to be able to finish him off with a spin, but the Shallow Grave's there instead. It's the Juggernaut that's going down. Now Good Night is going to try to protect his Naga, but that's not going to happen. So they will finally find the kill on the Naga, but it does cost them their Juggernaut, and I don't think that's a good trade when you're killing a support and giving up one of your cores. That actually gave them 500 more gold than their opponents.
Yeah, track playing a big role in that. But the Jug just dies. Like Mask of Madness is in, tries to kill people, but he has no other items, so they just turn around and kill him. He needs like a couple more items before he can do that.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, what do you think he needs to add on to help him stay alive there? Because there's so much damage coming out. A lot of it's magical.
Usually they would get Sanjin Yasha, but he might need something to break the Orchid, like a Manta or BKB. Yeah, he needs just like 2 items or 3 items. Seems like before he's gonna have a large impact.
That seems like a long ways off. He's only our 5th highest net worth in the game right now. In fact, his Bounty Hunter, this Bounty Hunter that started off as a support, is only 180 net worth behind him.
And
it's
Noble Wings has eggs.
Wow, Noble Wings sitting at 14, 4, and 5. Definitely leaving his mark on this game. I'm actually going to quickly cycle through all the heroes and the items here. I have kind of recently gone through the Radiant, but we'll just go through it quickly. We got just the Mask of Madness on the Jug. We've got a Blink Dagger added on for the Templar Assassin. Besides that, Meg finally got his Blink Dagger. He's also got a Staff of Wizardry. So I guess Force Staff is probably going to be next on the docket for him. That mech that Bounty picked up earlier, but he's also added a Blink Dagger. So we got 3 Blink Daggers on the Radiant side, and now a Glimmer Cape for Winter Wyvern. As for our heroes on the Dire side, Noble Wings just picking up that Aghanim Scepter, and they're actually just going to use a Smoke, so we'll try to follow them here. But we've got Good Night, who flew in that S and Y, and Drums, and they're going to find Doomka, who is able to blink away. And they might walk into a dangerous RP, and it's going to land on 4, but look at that. Look at that play from Cheesehead. He stayed back, he knew it was possible, and he songs immediately. Now Noble Wings will blow up that Juggernaut once again. He's got no way of staying alive. As Zoro, just like Indy said, needs a few more of those items. And they're going to try to find another, but this fight has been pretty spread out. Will they be able to bring down Dragon Kick here? Do they have any detection? He's going to get frozen up by his own Winter Wyvern, but they will eventually be able to bring him down. So 2 kills go in the way of next level badasses, despite the fact that Fallen started off with an incredible RP, but an even better song came out from next level badasses. And it looks like that's going to be it for that fight.
I mean, Cheesehead's positioning's been so impressive. 33%. Well, so Jug's probably used to like seeing a lot more farm than he currently has. So
yeah, oh my goodness. Hi. Steps up and Noble Wings blinks in and says hi.
Radiant's middle tower has
as he blows him up with a sonic wave. So much damage.
Cheesehead's just been like, he's always been there for them, and I mean, unless like Juggernaut gets a BKB and TA gets a BKB, I don't see how they're gonna deal with the song coming out every time.
Yeah, the Naga was just such a strong pick for them. But, just to quickly finish off where we were with the items, we've got the Lina, who has the Yule Scepter, and going to be able to get a kill without even using it as the bounty walks right up onto the high ground, right into an LSA. But yeah, Last Wolf's got the Yule Scepter, almost got, well, I guess not almost, about halfway through an Aghanim Scepter for her. Cheesehead's got the mech, and going
Middle.
for, yeah, I'm seeing Indio getting cycloned up, but he tries to skewer away up onto the high ground, but just doesn't make it. And that means he's going to go down. And more action at the top as Noble Wings blinking forward, trying to get some damage in on Doomka. His team is in behind the tier 2, so they will catch him despite the blink. But they've got almost no damage in on him. All the damage went right into a refraction. Now Noble Wings blinking up onto the high ground. Doomka incredibly low, but I think this is not going to play out well for for Noble Wings as Doomka gets the kill there. And now they trade 1 for 1, but is his team going to be able to get anything done? Zoro going down once again on that Juggernaut. High trying to run away from this gyrocopter. Not going to be able to do so.
Right here.
As Dragon Kick and Zoro with the buyback gets an Omni Slash off, but the Graves there as well as the sleep. And next level badasses will try to back away. Doomka also bought back. He's going to be coming in as well. We will get some damage in on Cheesehead, but not going to be able to finish anyone off. And it looks like everyone on the side of next level badasses will be able to get away, as Zoro would potentially catch the gyro here. But he's got no damage to finish him off, so we'll take a look up at the top as Lonely Boy forced to grave himself. Will try to TP away. It was well timed, so he will be able to get away. Cheesehead is very, very low and sitting on no mana, 300 HP, but he jukes actually away from his base to make sure that he doesn't get cut off. And well, Fallen will gladly let the Naga go, as they're actually going to find the kill onto Goodnight. So Goodnight, I don't know how he got there, but it looks like he was safe running away in the mid lane, but apparently he tried to come up, maybe trying to help his teammates, and got cut off.
Yeah, they had the track vision on him, and maybe he didn't realize that, or something, and yeah, he got caught out in his own jungle there.
So pretty scrappy fight there coming out, but it was 2 buybacks from Fallen, so
yeah,
they're
but
not gonna have those
at least they got some streaks and some track gold, and I mean those are the only kind of fights that they can try to win at this point, are like really small engagements where the Naga can't just like sleep it off, or like the Dazzle's like dead or TP'd back, things like that really benefit, like track gold and the TA chasing people down, the traps and things like that.
Yeah, ideally looking at these fights, they want to take fights where their Naga doesn't have sleep, but they want to try to create that scenario when they still have RP, which is very, very hard to do. You've got to try to force the Naga to song, and if you can do that without using RP, that's going to be fantastic. But just like Lonely Boy trying to hold on to Grave so that he doesn't use it on himself, he tries to use it on one of those valuable cores. We're going to have the Song of the Siren being held on to as long as possible, so waiting for that RP. But they definitely don't hold on to call down, as another call down's gone down, and it seems like they almost waste it so much, as they just use it to kind of back away the team, but never really engage on it. As we might have an engage here. Sonic Wave's going to hit 2, bringing them kind of low, but they will get healed back up. We've got 3 heroes all sitting at half HP on the Radiant side, and they really want to contest this Roche, who is going to fall right now, and Goodnight is going to get the Aegis. Nice skewer up onto high ground, but one of them is Noble Wing, so he'll be able to blink back down. The Lina is trapped up there for a little bit. High trying to TP away, but he will get bursted down by Noble Wings.
Yeah, they just can't, they need to know that they can't take any fights at Roche, because even if they get a big RP, Cheesehead's just going to be off to the side waiting the song. It's better if they just maybe split push, try to get an item up for the next fight.
Dire's middle tower is under
Again,
attack.
they just 3 heroes fall at Roche for almost nothing.
And you know what? Like those fights at Roche, it's so easy to just
Dire's
be the
structures
Naga,
are
just be in
fortified.
there doing a little bit of Riptide damage,
Radiant's
reducing the
bottom
armor of
tower is
Roche so
under
it goes a
attack.
little bit faster. But Cheesehead, he
Radiant's
knows his role. He
structures
knows
are
the reason they
fortified.
picked this hero, and he's making sure, 100% of the time, that he's outside the pit,
Radiant's
making
bottom
sure that
tower
he's
is
away
under
from his
attack.
team, away from anywhere that an RP would potentially be going down. But at the same time, he's doing it in a position where he's not vulnerable,
Radiant's
so that they're
bottom
not
tower
able to
has
force out the
fallen.
early song, like I was mentioning a little bit earlier. Just incredible play coming out from Cheesehead so far.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under it. Radiant's bottom
Well,
barracks.
we're going to see our first racks go down. Blink Skewer tried to bring back a hero, but not able to do so. Now, next level badasses, they'll back away. They got a melee racks. Why not? They got what they came for. And are they thinking of re-engaging here? Their Alina's in the mid lane. Yeah, they'll think better of it. Now they're going to pick up a gem on Lonely Boy.
Haste.
That's a good time to just eliminate all the vision on the map and not have to buy any more sentries for the bounty and TA.
We're now at 15,000 gold in favor of next level badasses. XP a little bit more than that. Oh no, RP in the mid lane and it's a whiff. They tried to bring down or trap, lock down Noble Wings, that's what I'm trying to say. But miss it, and then actually they lose both their Juggernaut and their Magnus with the other heroes from next level badasses coming in. I'm not even sure if they were going to be able to bring the Queen of Pain down with the RP. There would have been an RP on this side.
Doomka's gonna die top.
Well, he did get refraction up. He might be able to get a kill. Never mind.
Undefended.
There's with the mech coming through from Cheesehead and that extra bit of damage, it just wasn't going to happen. Good game, well played. Will get called, so Fallen will tap out as next level badasses will advance to our next round, which will be the semifinals. Who are they going to be playing? Let's see if we've got our next challenger. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Overachievers, so that should be a good one, as we've seen Overachievers many times on here, but of course they've gone through many different iterations of their lineups as well. But it'll be interesting to see what that game or what that match has in store for us. But once again, I'm Niz, casting this on NizCast. Make sure you hit that follow button on twitch.tv/NizCast. Also follow me on Twitter at NizCast, and I will be uploading all the VODs of what I'm casting to YouTube, but Twitch is having a little bit of problems with the export feature right now. It's actually currently down, so I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get those up. I typically have them up by the next morning, but it might be a little bit longer tonight, or I guess tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know on Twitter when that gets up. But make sure you also follow my co-caster, IndieBear. He's at IndieBearDota. He also has a Twitch channel, which he's still kind of getting into streaming, but that is twitch.tv/IndieBear. I believe that's correct.
Yeah, it's absolutely correct. And we also had a few good stats there from Goofy, so we'll get some more next game as well. And yeah, hopefully we can continue to follow next level badasses.
Yeah, so Goofy is on Twitch GoofyGG on Twitch, and his Twitter handle is at GoofGoofGG. So that's where you'll be able to find all them, and well, I guess all of us. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the semifinals in just a few minutes. Don't want to miss it, and yeah, stay with us.